What's going on, Buckeye Nation? Shane Larson here with the Scarlet and Great Empire, or as you guys know us, Ohio State football with Scarlet and Great here on YouTube. Again, my name is Shane Larson. I also go by the Game Time Guru. That's the name of my show. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to do so. But I'm just one of the founders here of the Scarlet and Great Empire, along with Johnny and Corey, who are not with me today, but we're going to be bringing you some more content. You know, we want to bring you the content that you guys want to see. I love connecting with Buckeye Nation. Love you guys for, interacting and being part of this. Every video that we put out, I love seeing the comments so that we can engage with all of you guys. We'd love for your assistance. What you guys can do for us is help us get to 5,000 subscribers. So if you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, make sure you get notified every time we, pop out a video. It would help us out. If we get to 5,000 subscribers by the Michigan game, we're going to be doing a giveaway. You can go see that giveaway on some of the videos I've done, that Johnny's done, and that Corey has done. Help us hit that 5,000 mark before the Michigan game so that we can do the giveaway for the rest of you guys. Today, we're jumping into some recruiting news. It's a weekly take that we're going to be doing. We know that you guys like to hear that stuff, talk about some of the recruits. I want to hear in the comments about some of these guys that we're going to be talking about from you guys. That's the whole point of this channel. The whole point of this network is to get the interaction with the rest of Buckeye Nation. So let's jump into it today, as we're going to be talking about 4 specific individuals from the week of Halloween, and who we're looking at, guys that have either committed or dudes who are actually like putting us in their top picks for the schools, and what that could potentially do for the future of our program. Kayden McDonald, defensive tackle, got quite the reaction on social media. Shout out to 11 Warriors for a lot of the information they put out, but I was able to dive a little deeper into this. Kayden McDonald's defensive tackle, 4-star DT, 6'3", 310-pound beast he is. Holy crap. Okay, so we've got this guy who's going to he's committed to Ohio State. He's going to be a Buckeye. He is going to be a run stopper. Now, if you go watch the film on Kayden McDonald, you guys are going to see he's typically plays the 1 and the 3 technique, right? So he's sitting right over the center or right outside the guard position. I'm not trying to get into an educational video about the 1 and 3 techniques and 5 techniques and what that means in football, but basically he's an interior lineman on the defensive front. That is going to be massive for us. 6'3", 310 pounds. He's athletic. He's nimble. They're expecting him to be a massive force in the run game, but his ability to push is going to be huge on passing downs as well when we're trying to get pressure up the middle. All right. That's something that I think is highly overlooked in football. Obviously, you want your edge rushers to be able to collapse the pocket, but when you can get pressure up the middle, if you can get guys that are truly like fantastic at the 1 and 3 technique for passing, it opens up everything with your defensive ends, all of your edge rushers. So I know you guys know that, but like that is why I'm excited about him. Obviously, he's going to be massive in the run game. Excited to see his development. If he's already this size and this athletic at his age, imagine what happens once he gets into the weight room at Ohio State and what they've done to their guys with their strength and their athleticism. 6'3", 310 pounds. He got a lot of, excitement on social media. If you guys go check it out, tons of the commits and the coaches and other players are stoked about this one. Kayden McDonald coming to join the Buckeyes. Now, another little piece of info is Michael Smith. This is a 6'4", 225-pound tight end, class of 2024. He released his top 8. So obviously he has not committed, but I wanted to make a mention of this because his top 8 includes Ohio State, Penn State, and then the rest of them is Tennessee, South Carolina, Arkansas, Florida, and Texas. And if you go and read some of these things, again, shout out to some of the websites such as 11 Warriors diving into it, but you go and look at some of his content. Michael Smith is going to be hard to pull away from the South, right? Like he's in SEC country. He's over there with those areas. It will be hard to pull him away. However, the fact that he has put us in his top 8 is super exciting. 6'4", 225-pound tight end is absolutely insane. But speaking of tight ends, let's talk about Jaden Reddel. Okay. Jaden Reddel, 6'5", 225-pound tight end. I want to talk about this guy a little bit more in depth. All right. Massive land for Ohio State. He's got 16 Division I offers, and that includes Alabama, Tennessee, South Carolina, Auburn, but he's also got like Kansas State, Michigan. The fact that we have this guy looking at Ohio State, unbelievable. Check out these statistics for his season thus far. 47 passes. He's caught 47 passes, 945 yards receiving for 12 touchdowns. He's averaging 105 yards a game. Okay. Go look at this dude's film. Check out Jaden Reddell's film. Now, it's said that he will probably be put at the tight end position for Ohio State. But if you watch his highlights, he's been playing in the wide out position. So they put him wide. He's as a receiver, right? And what I've noticed, I've watched some film on this guy for the last 3 weeks just because I wanted to kind of see what he's capable of. And when you're showing the highlights, granted they're highlights, you can still pinpoint some of the strengths that this guy has. Here's the deal. The dude is a monster. 6'5", 225. He has great speed that's deceptively fast. So when you watch him, they've put him in the wide out position. They've ran, obviously, streak patterns. They've done jump balls in the end zone. He goes across the middle. They put him in reverses on the offensive side of the ball, too. And it's interesting because you'll see guys that have containment on the opposite edge. And Mr. Riddell will just glide right past them. You don't even think he's running that fast, but he just glides right past them. All of a sudden, he gets around the edge and he's on the sideline, and these guys who have an angle on him still can't catch him. That is the deceptive quickness and speed that this guy brings, and that's what's so exciting about him. Now, if it's true that they put him at the tight end position, then here's the thing. It will take a little bit of adjusting because I'm not sure how his blocking is. That's the one thing I would have to say. I don't know what he's like in the blocking game, the run game, because they have been playing him wide out for the majority of his career in high school just because of his elite athleticism and his size. But what I saw there is a guy who could probably figure it out pretty quick, right? I'm really excited for this guy. Go check it out. If he has anything to work on, obviously it's probably going to be route running. He's used to just gliding into the middle of the field. He doesn't do a ton of cuts. There's not a lot of, unique route running that he's had to do, but that's kind of how high school football is anyway. You're not going to see an elite route runner, typically speaking, coming out of high school. Some guys are better than others and they separate themselves in the pack there. But when you get into the college football level, like that's part of your skill position coach's job, is to obviously help you with those types of things. So definitely excited about this guy. Again, you can throw the ball up to him in the end zone. He'll high point the ball. 6'5", 225, dude. This dude is a monster. He'll outrun you if he needs to get going. He's deceptively fast. He's not scared of contact. Good luck bringing him down in the open field. You watch his film, dudes are having a hard time tackling him because he's big and he's not scared of contact. So it's taken 2-3 guys to bring him down, and that's like body shots throughout a game. So I'm really, really excited about this guy. Keep an eye out for Jaden Reddel. Last guy we're going to talk about is from the safety position. Now, again, he did not commit, but this is Jaylen Heyward, safety. Okay. The reason I wanted to bring him up is, one, we need help at the safety position. We've got a lot of guys that we're looking at. Peyton Woodyard out of St. John Bosco. I actually interviewed that guy on a podcast two years ago, right before he went to St. John Bosco. That kid's an absolute stud. But we've got a lot of class of 2024 guys that we're looking at for the safety positions we've got our eyes on. But Jaylen Heyward's one of them. And one of the things that I really like about him is what he had to say about the coaching staff. Okay. So when we spoke with, Dallin Hayden, we spoke with Dallin, and we spoke with him on the show last year. And one of the things that he had said was how awesome the coaching staff was. Well, Jaylen Heyward came out. He put Ohio State in his top 6. So OSU makes the cut. So this week he announces that, right? It's exciting, right? We want some safeties. People are starting to realize that Jimmy Knowles knows what he's doing, right? People are starting to realize how impactful Coach Knowles is and what this Buckeye defense has the potential to do. This is just year 1. These aren't all of his recruits, and he's still able to do this. That's a huge sign for the future of the Buckeye program. So anyway, Jaylen Heyward comes out and he says, that Coach Day was very hands-on with his approach. He has an immense amount of respect for Coach Day and the coaching staff. They've been speaking with him consistently since the summer. He spoke super highly of him. The hands-on approach. This reminds me a little bit of the CJ Stroud situation. So I wanted to bring up Jaylen Heyward simply because we got to give Coach Day some credit, man. We can question his play calling all day long, but you cannot question his, I guess, ability to develop a relationship with the players that are going to be playing for him. That CJ Stroud situation, we just talked about it last week, how that came out in the open. It was somewhat of a storyline, if you want to call it that. Day misses the award show, goes to do an in-house visit with CJ Stroud. That's the type of coach that Ryan Day is. And we've got Jaylen Heyward, who has us in his top 6 amongst some other top schools. And a lot of that has to do with Coach Day and how he has personalized things. He takes it seriously. He builds the relationship. And I know that's what you're supposed to do as a coach, but you don't hear that from every athlete about their head coach. You hear it about the elite coaches, typically speaking. So keep that in mind when we want to be criticizing, Ryan Day for certain things. Don't forget the impact he has on these athletes as a person, as a human being. He is a phenomenal recruiter. You can question his play calling all you want. He's a phenomenal recruiter, and he takes this thing very seriously. So shout out Jaylen Heyward for, mentioning the impact that Ryan Day has had on him. So guys, again, we talked about Kayden McDonald, Michael Smith, Jaden Reddel, and Jaylen Heyward. Let us know who excites you the most out of these potential future Buckeyes. Some of them are. Which one's the most exciting and why? Leave us a comment here below. And we'll be coming to you next time with some more news. Hopefully later this week, we'll get you guys an injury report prior to the game this weekend. So again, God bless and go Bucks.